Hi guys, it's Jen here and welcome to Jen's World About Watercolour. So today I'm doing a sketch and a painting of the Asian elephant and her calf. So I'm going in with my Staedtler Mars Micro 0.5mm pencil, mechanical pencil, and just drawing in her outline. So these guys, they live from the west of India, Nepal, Sumatra, Borneo, places like that. They're the largest living land animal in Asia. Sadly though, it is on the endangered list. The population's declined by about 50% in the last 60 odd years or so, mainly because of habitat loss and poaching. These guys though, they're smaller than the African elephant. The males get to about 9 feet tall at the shoulder and they weigh up to about 4 tonnes. So they're still quite a big animal and they're a beautiful animal. So I'm drawing in the cow's body, the elephant cow and calf. So I'm just doing mum's body. And now the front leg. And I'll be using my Sennelier watercolours and my silver black velvet brushes. And I will pop in the description below where I get these here in Australia, if anyone's interested in picking some up here. So now I'm drawing in her back leg. And just altering the face just a little bit, making a bit more shape to the chin, a bit more definition around the eye. Just marking in where I'm going to put her shadow on her brow. Now I'll draw the little bub in. And she's sort of bunting the bub along, which is so cute. I got this reference picture off Pixabay. So she's pushing the baby along, and the little baby's got its little back leg up in the air. It's quite grumpy with its mum getting pushed along. So it's very cute. So I thought I'd have a go at trying to draw and paint them. So drawing in Bubby's little trunk and her little face. And they've got small ears, these guys. The different species of elephant have different size ears. These guys have got particularly small ears. Draw a little leg in. Trying to get the feeling that she's being pushed along in her little posture. Now drawing her eye in. And I'm doing these in my Stillman and Byrne Zeta series watercolour book. So it's smooth paper. I love using the smooth paper for my animals. So now I'm going in with my silver black velvet size 10. I'm spritzing my watercolours so that they're nice and wet and ready to go. And now I'm damping in the background. So I'm just wetting the paper. Well, it was a clean brush, except there's not quite clean. There's a little bit of blue tinge I can see, but I'm going in with the wet brush anyway. It doesn't matter because I'm going to go over it with the cobalt blue anyway for the sky, so it doesn't matter that it's got a bit of blue in the brush. But yes, I'm wetting the whole background, so then when I put my blue wash on, like now, it'll run down evenly, so it won't look stripy and patchy. And so dark at the top and getting lighter at the bottom, and I go in everywhere that there's background and sky. Just makes it easier to move the paint around if the paper's a bit wet. You can sort of drag it down to the bottom like I just done, under the elephant, around everywhere. Just have a quick look. And now I've got to grab my clip because the paper's moving around a bit, so pop that on the bottom corner. That'll hold her all together. And now go in and start mixing colour for the elephant. So I'm mixing up ultramarine blue and burnt umber. I'm predominantly going to paint these guys in this today. It's just going to be different consistencies of ultramarine and burnt umber. I will go in at the very end with a bit of warm sepia, but that's about it. So it's going to be just different consistencies. So I'm going with a thin wash, so a really watery mixture of ultramarine and burnt sienna all over her body. Down her trunk, so cover her up everywhere pretty much, just leaving a couple of highlighty bits. But yeah, so a very wet mix of ultramarine and burnt umber. And I know it's quite blue there, but that's okay because that's a shadow spot, so it'll be cool, but I will be going over it with slightly warmer mixes. So now, yeah, I'm just going over the little bub with the same mix, a very watery mix of ultramarine and burnt sienna. And with my size 6 silver black velvet brush. And I apologise if you can hear my dogs in the background. I think they're barking at the cat. Anyway, so I'm doing a bit more of a warm mix, so a bit more brown, still burnt umber and ultramarine blue, just a bit more burnt umber than blue this time, so it's still quite thin mix, but a bit brown, a bit warmer. So take that across her body. Down her legs, so now I'm just slightly defining the darker bits. Now finish off that back leg, just darken that up. Like that. And then take that round her elbow. Down her trunk. Put a little bit in the shadow in her ear. Now I'm going to my size 6 silver black velvet brush, mixing up slightly thicker consistency of ultramarine and burnt umber, so it's more of a stronger grey under her nose, her trunk. Just pop a bit more definition on there, and then just suggest the lines down her trunk, and then I'll darken around her ears. That'll put the shadow around her ears, and that'll make her ears stand out. They've got little ears, these guys. So your different species of elephant have different sized ears. These guys have got particularly small ears. So now I'm going in with the brownie mix of burnt umber, ultramarine, and just darkening up in her shadowed, in her dark areas. So she's got, that defines her brow a bit more around her eye. Now mixing up almost a blacky grey with the same mix, so burnt umber, ultramarine, but just quite a creamy mix. So very little water, and just taking that into her darkest areas. Like that. And then just define around the edge and do her tail. And now I'll soften with a damp brush. I've got a couple of edges that I didn't really want there, so a couple of hard edges, so I soften them right out. Just going back in with a little damp brush. Then pop, I noticed that I missed a bit there, so I'll pop a bit more brown on her rib cage. Now put a little bit burnt sienna in where her eye is, and start on darkening up baby. So again, we go round her ear, which will make her little ears stand out and darken up all the darkest spots on her. So everywhere there's a dark spot, I pop that darker grey. It's got a bit more brown in it, so it gives her a bit of warmth. Now I just define the edges with a creamy dark grey, thick consistency, so just really darken the contrast up there, strengthen the contrast rather. So do that leg, the inside of that leg. darken up around that ear, make that little ear pop. Draw a little eye in, just darken that up. Draw a little eye in. So I went in with a little bit, again with a little bit of burnt sienna for her eye. And now, just going in with the darkest darks. It's a bit of warm sepia, so going in the shadow areas on her back leg. And the blue and the brown is still shining through that, like you can still see it through the underlayers, which is really lovely. These paints just layer beautifully. So yeah, just darken up all the darkest areas. Under her trunk, just around that eye, a few more defining lines. And go into the baby and define under her chin and around her eye. And then down her trunk. A little shadow around her ear and around her front leg. Do a little tail. And now I'm mixing up the ground colour with my size 10 silver black velvet brush. So I'm going in with yellow ochre into the ground, just to finish them off and put a bit of shadow underneath in a mini. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. So I'd love for you to let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it, click like, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and click on the bell icon, and that'll give you a reminder of when I pop a new video up. So yeah, I've really enjoyed painting these guys today, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So I shall let you watch the end of this video. So I've just got to sign it now in a couple of touches and we're just about there. Okay guys, have an awesome day and I'll see you next video. Okay, bye.